if you're building the future of tech right now, maybe the most critical job isn't just inventing the next big app. It's building it safely, ethically, with real accountability, especially when you're dealing with AI that might, well, eventually outpace us.
That's absolutely right. I mean, with AI developing so explosively, the stakes they're incredibly high. You could even say existential.
Mm-hmm.
So our deep dive today, it's really focused on one key person right at that tension point, Mira Murati.
Right.
She's the engineer, the tech leader, originally from Albania, who seems to blend this deep technical skill with a really profound sense of ethical scrutiny. She's right there, operationally, at the heart of OpenAI.
Okay, so our mission today for you, the listener, is to kind of synthesize her journey, right?
Right.
Not just the CV points mechanical engineer to CTO, but to really get at the philosophy driving her.
Exactly. We need to unpack the framework she's pushing for, how to govern advanced AI, because she's this voice inside the industry calling for external controls. It's interesting.
It really is.
And the sources we looked at, they trace her past pretty clearly, from her international background, the engineering degree, through really key product roles at Tesla.
Right. Tesla's important here.
Yeah, leading up to her public push for strong external regulation. She doesn't just want faster AI. She seems fundamentally focused on safer AI.
Okay, let's unpack that foundation then, because where she started seems pretty telling. Born in Vlorë, Albania, 1988. And her early education was quite international, right? UN school in New York.
Yeah, that global perspective was there early on. But what's really fascinating, and what you should probably zero in on, is her actual degree.
Okay.
It wasn't pure computer science, not theoretical math.
Yeah.
She graduated from Dartmouth with a degree in mechanical engineering.
Ah, okay. And that feels like the real aha moment about her whole approach to AI risk, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah.
A mechanical engineering mindset. It's all about robust systems, right? Load-bearing limits, managing heat, calculating failure points in a physical thing.
Precisely. So when she looks at AI, she's maybe not just seeing abstract code or stats. She's seeing a complex engineered system.
Like a machine.
Yeah, exactly. One that has to be built with precision, resilience, clear safety boundaries. That discipline, dealing with physical stuff, seems to define how she tackles the digital risks of AI.
Her career path seems to reflect that search for complex systems with real-world impact, too. She did a brief stint in finance, Goldman Sachs, but then pivoted pretty quickly to product engineering.
Mm-hmm. And the really crucial stop before OpenAI was Tesla.
Right. Senior VP of Product Engineering and Design, involved with the Model S specifically.
That's it. And think about that job for a second. You're integrating cutting-edge hardware, the car itself, structural stuff, batteries, cooling with really complex software, early self-driving features, the user interface.
It's the ultimate hardware-software integration challenge, almost.
Totally. And it's a system moving at high speed, making potentially life-or-death calculations constantly. The safety standards have to be extreme.
So she brings that deep appreciation for high-stakes, real-time safety right into the AI world. Makes sense.
Yeah, it seems like the perfect prep. She joined OpenAI in 2018, moved up fast to CTO in 2022, and, well, we can't forget that brief, but probably incredibly intense period as interim CEO in 2023 during all that turmoil.
Right, that was quite something.
Navigating that corporate crisis while also overseeing maybe the world's most advanced AI research pipeline. That speaks volumes about her composure and technical grasp.
Absolutely. And her role as CTO, it wasn't necessarily about being the lead coder on every single project, was it? It was more about alignment.
Yes, exactly. Her
Yeah.
strength seems to be in managing and aligning those incredibly ambitious research teams with the company's overall mission, making sure the tech breakthroughs were constantly paired with a clear-eyed look at the ethical and societal side effects.
So connecting this to the bigger picture, her time as CTO coincided with OpenAI shifting from mostly a research lab to this, global powerhouse affecting everything.
Mm-hmm. A massive shift. And she was instrumental, according to the sources, in coordinating and deploying what you might call the trilogy of disruption that kicked off this current AI boom.
Okay, trilogy. Let's break that down. First pillar.
GPT-4, the language model that just blew past previous benchmarks.
We're not just talking better chatbots here. This was about multimodal capacity, right? Understanding images, text, much longer, more complex prompts.
Right. Then the second pillar, DALL-E 2 and 3, the text-to-image systems.
Ah, yes, the ones that suddenly made everyone an artist overnight.
Kind of, yeah. They democratized image creation, but also Instantly raised huge questions about copyright, authenticity, synthetic content flooding everything.
And the third, the one that really brought it home for hundreds of millions of people.
ChatGPT.
That interface, that's what drove the crazy adoption curve, bringing this power directly to the masses in, what, months?
Yeah, unprecedented speed. And that moment, that mass deployment, that's exactly where her engineering background, that deep worry about system failure, really seems to push her governance ideas forward.
And this is where she really stands out from a lot of other tech leaders, isn't it? Many advocate for industry self-regulation, arguing, we know the tech best.
But Murati insists on the need for governmental regulation, external accountability.
She's basically saying, from inside OpenAI, that this tech is too powerful, the risks too high, to just leave it to the companies building it. That must create some interesting dynamics internally.
You'd imagine so. And we saw this clearly in her public statements, like that Time interview in early 2023. She specifically talked about involving external actors, regulators, governments, and the general public.
So inclusive governance, transparency.
That seems central to her whole framework. And she backs it up with specific worries. Short-term, things like disinformation.
Which we see everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And longer-term, algorithmic biases making inequality worse. And then the massive, unpredictable impact on jobs, the labor market.
So given those risks, what's her actual proposal? You mentioned a regulatory idea.
Yeah, she's floated a concrete, kind of systems-based idea. Regulatory bodies that function a bit like the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration.
An AI approval process. Okay, but hold on. The FDA approves drugs, devices, things that are pretty static once approved. AI models, especially the big ones, they're updated constantly, they learn, they evolve. How do you regulate that like a pill without just killing innovation?
That's the absolute core tension, isn't it? And her idea, as I understand it, focuses on supervising the most powerful models, the big general-purpose ones, before they get a mass release.
Okay, so not every little AI tool, but the foundational ones.
Right. It's not about regulating every single line of code. It's about assessing the capabilities, the risk profile before it goes wide. A kind of pre-release check to make sure it meets tough standards for safety, for reliability, and crucially, for equity.
It's like, it's the engineer's due diligence again. You wouldn't ship a new car engine design without extensive testing under stress.
Exactly. She's applying that methodical safety thinking to general intelligence systems.
Right.
And she's demanding these checks and balances for the very things her teams are building.
That sense of responsibility. It leads right into the bigger, longer-term challenges she sees coming, doesn't it? The roadmap of risk for the next few decades.
Absolutely. And these are the really big ones you, as someone tracking this, need to keep in mind. She points to 4 fundamental challenges that could shake everything.
Okay, lay them out for us. Challenge 1.
Effective governance. And this isn't just one country passing a law. It's about creating global frameworks. Things that are strong enough to handle, say, misuse by states or existential risks, but also agile enough to keep up with innovation that's moving incredibly fast, like month-to-month fast. That needs unprecedented international cooperation. Hard stuff.
Very hard. Okay, challenge 2.
Control of superintelligence. This is the big one, the philosophical T-Rex in the room. How do we manage the development of AI that might eventually become much smarter than humans?
Right. And this is where that term AI alignment comes in, isn't it?
Yes. Murati really stresses the need for deep investment in alignment research.
And just to clarify alignment for listeners, it's about making sure these super powerful AIs, even if they're pursuing some goal we give them, actually stick to human values and intentions.
That's the core idea. Avoiding scenarios where the AI trying to optimize for something causes some terrible side effect because it just lacks human context or basic ethical guardrails. Making sure the machine wants what we actually want it to want.
A huge technical and ethical puzzle. Okay, challenge 3.
Equity and access. This is about fairness. How do we stop the incredible benefits of AI? I think personalized medicine, amazing educational tools from just ending up in the hands of a few big companies or rich nations.
Yeah, the risk of a massive AI divide.
Exactly. If only a few places get access to the really powerful specialized AI, it could just skyrocket inequality globally. Everything from medical diagnoses to scientific research could become even more unevenly distributed.
Okay, and the 4th challenge. Feels like we're living this one right now.
We are. Disinformation and social integrity. It's the threat from mass-produced, super convincing synthetic content. Deep fakes, fake articles that read perfectly, generated social media campaigns.
How do you protect basic things like news, science, elections when generating believable falsehoods becomes essentially free and scalable?
That's the question. It attacks the very idea of a shared reality, which is, well, fundamental to how society functions.
What a list. Focused, urgent. Okay, so summing up Murati's influence here. She seems like this crucial internal counterweight, right? Inside one of the most powerful AI labs, pushing back against just moving fast and breaking things.
Yeah, she represents maybe a new kind of tech leader archetype, the responsible innovator, or maybe, like you said at the start, the engineer ethical leader.
She combines that deep systems-level technical insight, that mechanical engineering perspective on risk, with this really sharp awareness of the ethical fallout.
And her journey itself is notable. Starting in Albania, making her way through Tesla's intense product world, ending up at the absolute top of Silicon Valley. That's a powerful story, especially as a model for other aspiring leaders, particularly women in tech.
So she offers not just, a story of success, but also a detailed roadmap for thinking about responsible AI.
Which brings us to a final thought for you, the listener, to maybe chew on. Given the sheer speed we're seeing, GPT-4, Daily, ChatGPT all arriving before we could really process the last big thing.
Yeah, the pace is relentless.
Which of Murati's 4 big challenges, governance, alignment, equity, or disinformation, which one do you think is the most urgent? The one society absolutely has to get a handle on before the next huge leap forward in AI capability arrives?
Is it the long-term control problem, the fairness issue, the global rules, or the immediate threat to truth?
The clock's ticking, and the tech isn't waiting for us to figure it out.
Something to definitely keep thinking about. Until next time, keep digging deeper.